Where do I begin with this video? Normally I come on here and I'm usually upbeat, nothing crazy, nothing over the top, like, but usually my normal upbeat self. I have a very serious topic to talk about here. First off, welcome to SoundCheck, episode 18. I am Altitude, representing Building Narrow Minds, the hip-hop workshop, renovating minds one rhyme at a time, all that jazz. I want to talk about something serious today though. Disclaimer to everyone that I know that is not Black, African American, or any type of Black descent. I want to start this video off by saying to my counterparts, to all of my Caucasian people out there, do not take this personally, because this does not apply to everyone. I have plenty of white friends that are the most loving, caring, and compassionate people that you would ever meet. I have a lot of white friends, a lot of Caucasian friends, brothers and sisters that I consider my brothers and sisters from another mother. I consider them to be some of the best people that I could ever meet. I thank God for them daily. I'm not talking to them. If you're one of those people out there and I haven't met you, but you're cool, you love different races, different cultures, you embrace different things like, oh, I'm not racist. I'm not talking about you. Do not internalize what I am about to say. To all my Black people out there, have you ever experienced a moment in time where no matter how upbeat you try to be your super bubbly, charismatic self, you try to be positive about everything, you find yourself in positions where you're just like, was that racist? Were they being racist? Was that a racist comment? Was that a racist thought? Was that a racist act? Like, what was that? Have you ever found yourself in those situations? I know I have. And recently, over the past 2 weeks, it's been happening like clockwork, nonstop, back to back to back, back to back. It's just been happening. And I'm wondering, what is this energy? Because I'm not projecting or exuding this type of energy or this inviting energy of come attack me. It's been one after another. And I have evidence to prove it. I have stories to prove it. I have pictures to prove it. I want to talk about race in this video, but I don't want to generalize because that's not what I'm doing. Again, my disclaimer is if this does not apply to you, then I am not talking to you. This is only for you to be informed from my point of view. So if this isn't you, don't internalize it. Don't take it personally. This isn't about you. But I have been noticing a pattern in my personal life, because we all know racism exists, even though people try to pretend it doesn't. I just choose not to dwell on negativity. I meditate, I read my Bible, I'm positive, all of that. But it comes to a point where some things have to be addressed. It can't just be ignored like it doesn't happen. So for this particular video, for this particular episode of SoundCheck, episode 18 by the way, I'm not doing an intro. I'm getting straight into it. I want to talk about race on this channel. You see the name of this particular video, we gotta talk. I just want to be clear. Over the past couple of weeks, I have been noticing a pattern in my life of racism at a high level. And when I say a high level, I mean the frequency of which is happening, not high like on the totem pole of levels of racism. First example, me and my friend, y'all know of her, the Octavian. She's been on this channel twice. I'll link her information down in the description box below. Me and the Octavian, the homie, my road dog, travel partner, all that, is one of my closest friends. We're in Irving, Las Colinas, whatever you want to call it. We were in Las Colinas and we're just having a good time. We're walking along the We got this little thing here that looks like the Riverwalk, but it's not the Riverwalk because the real Riverwalk is in San Antonio, but it's kind of like that. It's like the Los Colinas Bay Walk Pier, whatever they want to call it. I forget the exact name of it, but anyone living in Dallas, they know what I'm talking about. But we're walking in Las Colinas. We're just having a good time. We both off. We both have a free day. We're like, let's go out, get some sun, walk, talk, just chill, right? Get something to drink, just gonna walk. So we're having a good time. The day has been perfect so far. Nothing to talk about. We only had one instance, and it took a while for us to get past it because I was like, dang, we don't want to let this kill our day. But at the same time, for at least a good hour and a half, we're just talking about it, dwelling on it. Like, we should have acted on this, but it was so off guard that we were like, whoa, like, what was that? Here's what happened. We're walking along the bay, along the water. It's a beautiful sunny day, summer day in Texas. And she has to use the bathroom. So I'm like, all right, we can find a bathroom somewhere. Let's just go in this building. It was like a workspace, like a co-working space. So I was like, surely they got a bathroom in here somewhere. So we go in, and I'm like, let's just look for it. We're in the lobby. We're bound to run into a bathroom somewhere. If not, there's a Starbucks across the street, restaurants, all kind of stuff. We can go in somewhere, right? There's a white guy coming off of the elevator, and she's like, oh, he's the first person we see. We saw a black security guard, like, just walking around. We said hi to him. He was cool. He was like, hey, what's going on? But he was busy talking to somebody, so we didn't want to bother him by the time we got down the hall. So we see this white guy getting off the elevator, and she's like, I'm gonna just ask him. He the first person I see. And I'm like, let's just keep walking. Like, I didn't want to talk to him anyway. No disrespect to him. I didn't want to talk to him anyway. I was like, we'll just go until we find it. She's like, nah, let's not waste time. Like, I gotta go now. So I was like, all right, cool, ask him. She goes up to him. She's like, excuse me, sir. I'm looking for a bathroom. Do you happen to know where one is in this lobby? His response, I'm not sure where a bathroom is down here, but outside there's plenty of trees if you want to just go under the tree. My G, what? You could say what you want, but that was very disrespectful in my eyes. And it was like, I low-key heard it the first time, but I was busy looking too, because I was like maybe like 6 feet away, and I'm just like looking around. I turned around and I was just like, wait, what? And so I was like, maybe that's just poor white humor, because I'm not gonna lie, like, a few white people that I know, the sense of humor is like, it's not funny. So like, it's not offensive, but it's not funny. It's one of those. It's that gray area where they'll tell a joke and they're laughing, and I'm just like, yeah, okay. So I thought it was just a bad white joke, right? So I dismiss it. I'm not even thinking about it anymore. And I walk over to mitigate the situation, and I'm like, oh yeah, we were about to go to, like, one of the stores across the street, just use one of those, but this was like the first place we stopped in. Would you happen to know where one is? I asked him again, and I figure, since it's man to man, it's like, okay, I'm asking you now, so I figure you're not gonna be as disrespectful, right? And maybe he didn't see it as disrespect. Maybe it was just a lame joke and we took it personally, and that's it. Given the benefit of the doubt, right? Maybe we were being too sensitive, right? Here's the second situation. When I come over and I say, do you happen to know where one is? We can go somewhere else, but if you don't know, then it's cool. He's like, yeah, I really don't know where one is on this floor. I just came down because I'm about to leave. But like I said, there's plenty of bushes, there's plenty of trees outside if you want to just use the bathroom out there, if you want to just go outside. And immediately when he said it the second time, I'm like, okay, what is happening here? What are you trying to say? Either you're trying to refer to us as homeless, either you really have a disdain for black people, or you're calling me a dog, or you're calling her a dog, or both of us dogs. There's only two reasons you would be telling us to go under a bush or under a tree to take a piss. And you're either saying it because you look at us in your eyes as dogs, or you think we're homeless. And last I checked, I mean, I don't have on the fanciest clothes. I don't wear Versace or Gucci or anything, but I think I look pretty upstanding. My hair is slicked back, got my black onyx on, you know what I'm saying? Got my bracelets and everything like that. Got, you know, got some Vans on, got some, you know, some shorts on. I think I look pretty fly, you know. I ain't the best dressed or anything. I'm not ready for GQ or anything, but I think I look pretty good. So when he's saying it, I'm looking at myself and I'm like, okay, I think I'm a pretty decent looking guy. Where is this coming from? Because she had on a nice elegant dress, you know, a nice little sundress. We're walking outside. She had on her nice sandals, had on her jewelry and stuff like that. Makeup was done. So I'm just like, okay, we don't look bummy. So it can't be that you're referring to us as homeless. So it's either two things. Either you're calling us dogs without calling us dogs, or you have a disdain for black people. What is it, my G? Needless to say, he's like, oh, I didn't mean anything by it, you know, I'm just playing, whatever like that, you know, that's just my sense of humor. But no, I really don't know where a bathroom is. There's a Starbucks across the street if you want to use that. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And we walk off and we look at each other like, what the hell was that? Was that racism? Was that a racist act, a racist gesture, a racist move? And then he undermined it by saying, I was just playing, it was a bad joke, and he got up out of there. Was that racism? Please tell me down in the comments what you think. I think it was. And you can let me know if I'm over-exaggerating or not. I would love to hear your feedback. This is an open forum. As long as we're not disrespectful to one another, let's talk. Because I do think that it's a taboo open dialogue that we need to have, especially on a channel like this when we try to be lighthearted and free and we talk about music and uplifting people, and you know, we do our sword training and stuff like that and our workouts and all those different kind of things that we try to be positive, but we can't ignore what's going on. My second example, I'm walking in the park. I see these guys doing graffiti, like spray painting on one of the walls. It wasn't a wall, it was more like this bed of rock that was right next to this river stream in this park, and they were spray painting on the rock. And when I came up on them, they ran. It was a couple of white guys and actually 2 Hispanic guys, so not just limited to white people. So here we go. 2 Hispanic guys and 2 white guys. They're doing graffiti, spray cans, beers laying around, stuff like that. I'm running in the park, coming up on them, and when they see me, they take off, they bolt, they take off running. Now, mind you, at this point, I don't know why they're running, and I was just like, oh, what's up with them? Like, they tripping. What they see? They see an animal or something? They like, why they take off like that? Whatever. I got my ear pods in. I'm listening to music while I'm running, getting my cardio in. I don't know what's up. All I know is I'ma just focus on me. Whatever they got going, I don't care. I'm doing my thing. I get up on the rock where they started from, where they took off running at. I see why they ran. Because I'm a black person running up on them, and what they spray painted on the wall was the N-word. I took a picture of it as proof. Check this out. You'll also see right next to that, they also wrote a derogatory word towards homosexual people, the F word, also right up under that. So now I'm like, wow. Usually I don't want to promote this, but I had to take a picture of it because this was something that I said, you know what, especially in this day and age, we have to talk about it. After 2020 and now in 2021 with things that we got going on, these are things that we have to talk about. We cannot be silent when we notice things like this. So whether it was the incident in that workspace that we experienced, or me jogging by myself on the trail and experiencing graffiti like this, derogatory graffiti, these are things that need to be addressed because people do not believe that racism exists, or they try to ignore that it exists. And these are things that I'm talking about that I've experienced, and there's been plenty of other situations that I could bring up, but this video is already getting too long. But just these are things that other people, even my white friends that I have, they'll be like, convince me Or tell me how you experience racism, because I don't know. I've never been in your shoes, so I want to know what it's like, or what you experience on a daily basis, or how do you feel when you get pulled over? Do you feel fear, or you chill? Because in my situation, everything's up to date, no priors, haven't broken the law once in my life, all these different kind of things, so I should have nothing to worry about, right? Wrong. I still feel anxiety whenever I'm pulled over. I still feel anxiety whenever a cop is behind me and I'm just driving. I could be doing the speed limit, nothing's wrong. I still feel that in my heart. Why is that? These are things that I want to talk about, because I don't want this channel to ignore the fact that these type of situations occur. So with that being said, I'll cut it short here, but I just wanted to bring up those examples of racism existing. At least in my eyes, I feel I experience racism in those situations. You can tell me what you think down in the comments, and we can have a healthy discussion and dialogue about it. I would love to hear your feedback. But for me personally, I just want to give all of my counterparts out there, my white counterparts out there, even my Hispanic counterparts, even the multitude of races out there, in my heart, I truly want everyone to be equal. But we live in a world where no matter what we do, deep down in the construct of the system that we live in, we will never be seen as such. Therefore, can we all just be respectful of one another? I get everyone can't get along. I get everyone can't be equal. I get everyone can't get the same pay. I get everyone, forget all that, squash that noise. Let's just all be respectful to one another. Treat each other how you would want to be treated. Would you want someone to talk to you that way? No? Then you don't talk to anyone else that way. Regardless of their gender, regardless of their color, their creed, their background, anything their job title, no matter what it is, be respectful, because you never know how that karmic energy is gonna come back to haunt you later. Be respectful, be kind, treat others like you want to be treated, and let's kill off this racist noise. I don't want to bring up race too much on this channel because of what this channel is about. It's about uplifting people. It's about being enlightened. It's about having understanding and wisdom. This is a music channel. I am an artist and I am working on music, and I have an album project window that is currently on iTunes, Spotify, wherever music is sold and streamed. You can go and check that out. But I also am working on new music that I plan on dropping this year. So I don't want this channel to be about those things. This channel is about me uplifting you, also spreading my music to the world, and having positive messages through the medium of this that I call SoundCheck. I don't want to talk about race, but I feel it's necessary to bring it up every now and then, because people don't believe that racism exists until they have no choice but to acknowledge that it still exists. With that being said, I'm gonna end the video here. Be respectful to each other, be kind to each other, treat others the way you want to be treated. And without any further ado, I am Altitude, representing Building Never Minds, the hip hop workshop, renovating minds one rhyme at a time. And until next time, I will see you guys when I see you guys. Peace and one love.